Okay.
So this will be the product C. And we want to know the xy of C. So, this here is 50. Here is 60 degrees, so here is 30 degrees. So we'll be able to know here is 20. Here is 20 square 3. And so we'll know 20 and 30. Okay? So C, if we want to know the magnitude here, that's the length of this part, right? And we know here is 90 degrees, here is 30. And here is 20 square 3. So if we to the if we do like this, we can calculate square of this product, right? And the result is going to be 46, which is problem A.
Okay.
So the thing is to find a C and to find the x, y of C. So you can work out the magnitude.
So for number 1, you set up with the x and y axis,
Yes.
and then you let's see if I can't really tell.
Maybe there are let me see. So this one is
So y
more
would be 40.
complicated.
The y would be 40.
So
The y-axis
here.
would be 40, and the x-axis would be 50.
So B
Yeah,
will be 50.
and it falls on the x-axis.
And A, the magnitude is 40. But if you
And then the angle
the
will be
angle
60.
is 60. So if you write the x of A is 20.
It's 20.
Yeah,
And how did you know that?
because this is triangle. If I put this out, here is 60, right?
And the hypotenuse is 40.
Exactly.
So you did
And
a
then we know
cosine.
here is, yeah,
You did 40
40
cosine
cosine 60.
of 60, and then you did 40.
Cosine 60 is 0.5.
Right, and then you did 40 sine of 60.
40 sine 60, yeah, and it's 20.
So you found this side and that side, and then you did the same thing for here.
For B, it's very easy because it's on the axis. So we know here, if we put it back, we know here is 20, right? Here is 20. It's from here, the cosine 60, right? And here is 20 square 3 because it's from here.
Right, but if I wanted to do it the same way, I could, though, right? If I wanted to do this angle separately, because that's the way they taught us in school, to separate two. When you want to add two different components, you have to separate them into two separate components. You do
It's x and y, right?
right.
X and y. B, we separate it as 50 and 0. And A, if you want to write down, is 20 square 3. So let me give you A again. You work out. You need to be able to do that first. So it's 40 and a 60. So what is A? If you write down
Right. See,
X
I
and
know
Y.
how to do this. This part I know how to do. It's the B that I'm kind of confused with. I know how to do A.
A is, you know how we got 20, 20
Yeah.
square 3, right? So B, because it's on the axis. So it simply belongs 50. 50. Because the y is what? Y of B is 0.
But can't you do that into a component also?
Yeah,
To the X and Y component?
yeah. So the x is 50, y is 0. In this case, the sign, you can think the sign is what? Is 0.
So it'll be 50
0.
sine of 60?
No, B. We're talking about B.
Right.
The B, the angle is what? Is 0. There's no angle for B. Because it's on the on the axis.
So the angle will be 0.
The angle is 0.
Okay.
So it's the y, the y is how we calculate A is here is the y, right? Here is the x. But B, it only have x value. There's no y value for B. So it's 50, 0.
Okay.
And A is 20, 20. It's 20, 20 square 3.
Okay.
And C is A plus minus B. Or we can do it A. If you don't like this drawing thing, we can just simply if you have A and B, you can just calculate. A is what? 20, 20, 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And B is 50, 0. And then you can just minus 20 minus 50 minus 30. And 20 square 3 minus 0 is 20 square 3.
So you just add those?
Yeah. Because here is minus, you minus everything.
Okay.
Okay? And from these, you can calculate.
You multiply those?
Let's see. Yes. Right now you got 30 and 20. The magnitude of C is 30, the 2, 20 square 3.
Okay. We can move on. Right.
So here is simple from the equation. From the location of C, you can calculate.
Right. I got it.
You got it. And B is, you just calculate. A is what? From here is 12 minus 16, right? B is minus 24 and 10 from here, right? And C is equal to 2A times 2. 24 minus 32. That's 2A. You got this? So A is here. It's 12I minus 16J. 12 minus 16.
So it's 2 times 12, which would be 24, and that would be 0, because I times J would be 0, right?
You don't need to...
Or you just multiply them separate?
Yeah, separately. So here we're calculating 2A. There's
minus
only 2A.
B?
Minus B, yes. So the question is asking 2a minus b, right?
So it's 2 times 12
And then
minus 2
and
times minus 16.
2 times minus 16.
Okay, so that's negative 32. And what's next?
And then that's what? That's 2a, right?
That's 2a
And
minus.
then minus b. Minus b.
Oh, okay.
So, and
24 times.
minus b. Minus 24 is what? 24 minus 24. So minus is going to be plus.
Right, it's a plus.
Yes. So it's going to 48.
Okay.
And 32 minus 10. It's
Okay.
going to be minus 42.
Okay.
And then the question is asking the magnitude. It's going to be the same
48
thing.
squared plus negative 42
42 squared. And this one. Right? The answer is 64 for this question.
Okay.
Okay? So that's
I
the
get it.
second
We
one.
can move on.
And then this one is the same question, right? It's just ask you the direction.
Okay. Let's do it.
If you can draw it, it will tell you better. But we can from this we can also get it. C is 48, and minus 42. So that is C. That is C, right?
Wait. 48 is what? That's A. So that'll be X. I mean, that'll be I. So it's on.
X, Y, right?
Right, and that's the Y.
Y.
Okay.
You got this.
Right, and this is C.
Yes. So, for example, here is theta degree, this angle, okay? So here, this line is 42, equal to here, right? It's 42. And this line is 48. So we know tan theta is 42 divided by actually minus 42. You got this?
You said this line is 42?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that line will be 42.
Yeah, it's the
We're
same
gonna
as
line.
here.
It's the same, right. You just
it's the
took it
same.
over here. And where you say 48 here?
This line.
Okay.
48. It's the x, right?
Right.
Here's the x, here's the y.
And the final angle would be the tan inverse of y over x.
Y over x.
Right, okay.
Exactly. And then y over x is this, and then you can calculate, and then I check that it should be, again, you will check the theta will be minus 41 degree. This is, in here it's going to be positive, here it will be minus, right?
Okay, let's move on.
You got this one, right?
Yeah.
Basically, it's kind of
I
similar.
understand once you start talking and explaining, I know how to do it. It's just I don't know how to approach the problem. Okay, number 4.
So these involve a lot of drawing. You need to draw on the paper, and then you will be able to see. So what is C? C is 10 meters, 30 degrees. (30°), 10 meters, right?
Okay.
That's the angle and the length, the magnitude and the angle. And D is 1